Well, I'm just seeing what you turned in the race.
Oh yeah, you did pretty good this time. It wasn't the last lap for second. Then it gets 10.
Your ankle does work. It pivots.
I mean, is anything we do actually going to unhook you to the point that it's like going to be bad, you think? Like, can you get to that point right now? Or is it just a deal where, like, as long as you get fucking turned?
I think as long as you turn, you'll be alright. Like, and they just went a 2 in that group. And I want to say when we qualified here, we were like
13-2?
Yeah, I want to say when we qualified here, we were like 12-7.
I just hope it moves up a tiny bit so it's not around the tires.
I ran up there like after the checker 1 and 2, and it just felt slimy.
Yeah,
like, it's just like you just slide higher.
That's what I'm worried about.
It's like we did the wrong stuff, kind of.
I just don't really have any drive.
Does it still feel slimy?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous though. I mean, once you get spread out, it's,
I don't know, you just look
odd. I was trying to carry entry to apex so I could get off.
Yeah.
It's almost like I carry it, I'm trying to bury it, and then I just kind of go like this. Slide it. It's not really right.
If it wasn't for you parking off of, or them all up on the floor, you probably were in good shape there.
Yeah.
I think it's just one of those days where you probably just should have done something other than get the wheel out. Like the wheel wasn't, if that top would have like suddenly had grip, like then we had the right play, but it just, isn't it? It doesn't. I think it's dumb as it sounds. He said he checked them today. I think he got it a little tight. Like those little aluminum kind of block nuts.
It was hard to drive it out.
Yeah, it looked terrible without a nose ring. It didn't look bad with.
No, it wasn't bad.
Just free. It's weird. It's like you look like if you just run the curb, it looks like you're free. If you run down, then we get that like this thing. You know what I mean?
It almost goes like this first.
Does it?
Down, like even on the top, like I'm legging it to get it in, and I might just be over accelerating it, trying to get it. You know, make sure I finish the curve.
Yeah.
I honestly think I just maybe needed to run the race more with the nose ring on the car just to figure it out. I think figuring it out would have been maybe even more.
Good? You alright, Justin? Yeah. Alright. Easy.
Sorry, bro. You good?
What the was he doing off the corner?
I don't know. He just stopped.
So
Yeah, she's a little more self now.
I need more capital stickers.
You questions?
I only had two. I just like added with the capital stickers for the trailer.
Tour has graced the play here at
I got those the other day.
I didn't get 2 cents. National Tour event for the next 2 nights along
That's probably why I
South
got
region.
it. But I got 2 sets of stickers. It wouldn't have been wrong.
Aaron Reitzel
Those
with
you put your
3
sticker on.
international wins.
Every time I take 2 complete wings somewhere, like eke out, don't kill one. You take one and need a spare, kill. Dude.
That one has
I don't know if that one's 360 enough.
Is that the wheel or the spindle? Or
I never know. That could be
It's the wheel right here. You can see it.
Oh yeah, look at that big old clean spot. Flat. Look at all the dirt. That's so he actually hit with the thing out, the wheel out. So that must have been down.
I guarantee you.
Yeah, that was well. No, I think
It was
down.
probably like this when he probably slammed.
Yep, and that's why it just snapped off.
Torque tube was out of whack, just faintly, not enough to, like most anything that was messed up wasn't even enough to see. Front axle is like, it's hard to say without really spending a lot of time with it, if it was bent or not. You know, other than that, just the wings, our pride a little bit maybe, but yeah, I think that's about it. It really wasn't that bad as it could have been, but it's more annoying honestly when stuff doesn't just rip and fly apart, because it's easier to fix then, because like this you got to check everything.
found dry somewhere. I'm not really sure.
Should get
Because he ran like a, yeah, he ran like a good one at the end there.
I feel like I wasn't going to be able to turn if I went lower.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing. Some of the guys just seemed like they could get down the front straightaway for whatever reason.
I had to hustle it to get it to turn.
It'd be great to do something to like try to see what. Like the B's the only like laps we made really. I wouldn't worry about it if we got a different group too. Yeah, that. But if we got a group that was a little more idiot proof.
That's still wet.
Yeah, I know. My group's really not that idiot proof.
Yeah.
First one was your best one, and then it was, I think you almost tried harder and harder down here.
I'm almost shearing.
Like how so?
Like going into one, like I get it in and I kind of leg and then I'm really like turn it and then I snap. And then I'm trying to catch it.
I see in like 3 and 4, it's like you get there and it just doesn't.
Yeah. And then like the last time I actually got in real nice. It turned and then it did one of these at the last time.
Yeah, Reitzel was like, his would like every time you went back to throttle, you could watch it kind of fight too.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a little bit of racetrack, but
it's not bad. I'm sometimes not the greatest qualifier. I go on my stance.
yeah, honestly, like the way your first lap was, like I almost wonder if you would have just ripped through there like on the curve down here. It might even have been better. Because Reitzel never got really above it. And he almost, like Covington ran the like turn down the whole time. And those guys all, like you and Reitzel ran 8 and a 9. And those guys ran 3s.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like when you went, you had a half a second to get to window to get to second. Like, that's what, when Covington couldn't run a lap, I was like, I'm comfortable now.
mean, still probably at worst start like 9th, but still
Think so?
sucks. I assume we'll be the first guy that like doesn't get in the redraw, basically. You know what I mean? What do you think there? Any improvement?
Yeah, it just, what it does, it kind of just, it lays for a minute and really doesn't drive. It's kind of just like land and then it snaps and then doesn't drive. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like lay, and then just not sticking to the tire. It's almost like it's blowing through the bar. Almost.
That's what I was about to say. Is like, I wonder if we just need some, just put some bar in this thing.
Yeah, it's almost like it's just blowing through it. You know? Almost like it absorbs through the holes, but it like
Just slops in them instead of like
exactly
making a,
It kind of just and then it just breaks, and then I just don't. I don't
like it's just happy just being casual through everything. It never makes like.
No.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those deals. We might as well try it tonight.
Yeah.
If it works tonight, we know tomorrow. If it doesn't work, we go another direction. Like tonight, don't pay.
You know what sucks?
What?
After the checkered, I ripped into 3 and 4 like on the bottom, and they had it left. Dude, it just. Oh, I was like, oh.
I saw it. I dare like. I think like Hardy stayed with you running the top down here. Like I think maybe.
I just felt like I was going too far around.
It's odd. Like the couple times you did it, I felt like you almost maybe didn't get up there enough.
Really?
Yeah, like just exit. But he kept tripping. Was the only thing. But
You know, honestly, what I think it was? I needed to finish the race. I know it sounds dumb, but like,
I feel like you're close.
yeah, I mean, dude, after that, I was like, I wish I would have rolled the bottom in 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Dude, if that lap car wasn't there, I got
I
second.
know. That's what sucked because he got super safe. You were gonna be good.
Almost.
That lap car wasn't there when we ran second.
Your lap times were infinitely better than his at the end of the video.
I think I just needed to finish a race. I don't want to bounce off the edge and do something stupid. I felt decent down there.
Tomorrow, listen to me.
Oh, I'll be on it.
I would rather put it back together because you were trying to win.
Oh yeah. No, I was trying to win tonight.
No. Don't you be scared tomorrow?
I'm scared. It's close. It's just still like
It's like a little bit of like,
a little bit, yeah. But it's not bad though. It's better. I mean, and it was tricky up there too. Like, it was tricky. It was weird. It would bounce, and it would have like this little strip of something, and then it would slick. It was just It's not bad by any means.
there's gotta be, we'll come up with something. At least we went the right direction.
Yeah.
Beautiful sight. I-30 Speedway, one question. Are you ready to race here tonight? I believe it. That comes out to you, sir.
Lost a little Charlie's oil. Middle was better, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I get in, I get tight, and then I like shear.
So I don't, yeah. I mean, I didn't really see any, like the race before that or anything of guys, but like, I feel like when I watched Smith on video like 2 ago, he was doing that to guys where they would be up and he was just driving like a lane off.
It still got grease.
But I think it's just like you get to that center and then you have to like, the curb goes out. And then it's so dry where we all come on the racetrack that it's just like, there's almost no point in being out there. Attitude, better, same?
I don't know. It's kind of the same, but it's like I said, maybe it's where I'm at on the racetrack. But it kind of just gets in and it kind of gets up, but it's not really driving. It's just kind of up, and then I'm just I do that. I think it's because I'm already like this.
I wonder if maybe that 2-inch actually worked more than we meant for it to. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's just getting you tight in, and then you get here and you get stuck, and then you get to where it's slick, and then it just forms grease. Yeah. This stuff almost, it's like all the 410 stuff is corner speed racing now. All the 360 stuff now feels more like it's, you know what I mean? You're racing. Even if you're making it work, everybody, like 90% of the pits is all racing A to B stuff, you know?
See what you got, buddy. All right, that's Scotland, Ontario, Canada's Caleb Westbrook, and he pulled out the 2 from outside of the front row. Will be Caleb Westbrook. And how about this? There are a lot of folks on the left coast smiling very proudly of you right now. Justin Sanders, you've had an amazing season behind the Swindell Speed Lab 39, and I know that you came in here knowing how stout the field was going to be this week. Now you're sitting at a front row starting spot, and beyond what you expected coming in here.
Yeah, honestly, I never like to start on the pole. You can only go backwards from there, but we'll go out there and give this give it a shot, see what we got, and play it smart. Try to be at least stay on the front row for 41 laps. 41 laps is a long time, so we'll go out there, give it our all, give it our best, and see what we can do.
What are the odds?
I don't know, I just kind of went in and just kind of popped.
It just knocked it right off the bead.
Yeah, that monster hoe down there got you.
It doesn't feel fast, but I don't know.
Like you look like you were 10 times better than they were.
It doesn't, I don't know. It feels
Like,
okay.
That looked like the best we drove off.
Yeah, it drives off good. It's just, it's so weird going into 3. It's like, where you need to enter, that hole's there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think it's so much of a mistake. It just happened. You know what I mean? I've only got. You can. right front's almost this big. When you got in rhythm, I felt like we were the best car, and then it was like you got the Joe B, and then we just didn't get tight enough. Like down there, we just never looked. Like it just looks like you almost pedal, and those guys are just like.
I'm on it.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm on it, but maybe I'll turn it off. I'm not following it.
I mean, this is one of those places that's got a little, it's got gimmicks to it. And like everybody you just race with has run here like 18 times in the last 4 years.
I figured out every other part except for off of 2, I feel like. Like all weekend, I felt like I was kind of decent everywhere else, even bottom, and
I feel like when I was good here with Spencer that time, we literally like the whole feature just drove off with the front wheels like that all the way to the back straightaway. And it's just like you sort of
on the top,
just anywhere. Like whether you drove off the middle, drove off the bottom, even sort of off the top. When you could keep down and your left rear was in like the good, like where I could see there, like those laps, and then the laps where you would like, you weren't overly bent in the center, and you would like really pack it down in there and just kind of maintain one and even drive it out a little bit right here, yeah. Yeah, instead of trying to drive it so down, like you were more one note all the way through, like those laps look killer.
when I got in a rhythm, like you said, yeah, I got the Joe.
Because I looked at him and it was like 16 to go, and we were like within a corner, and I thought we were like life, and then it was like what was it, Joe B and Howard and somebody, and like that was because they were struggling to clear guys on the top too.
Yeah. And all in all, one heck of a weekend for you and Kevin Swindell.
Yeah, it's great. I'm glad that they were able to have me out for the last race out here. You know, this is Joe's family's from here. They're all here, all our friends, everybody. So awesome to get at least on the podium. I wish I could have done a little better. You know, 2 spots better would have been nice. That's a pretty cool trophy up there I'd like to have. But I'll take this third place. Got to thank Kevin, Hunter, Colton, Dylan, my girlfriend Brooke, Joe, her parents, everybody for coming out and everybody for helping on this team. I felt really good for a while. I felt like I actually got in a rhythm before I got to the couple lap cars, and I kind of got my rhythm broke. But all in all, good night. I just kind of struggled off of 2 when I run the top. I don't know if it was kind of me just trying to figure the track out still, or just not quite having the confidence. But kind of a bummer. I would like to maybe come back here next year and try it again, but I don't get to. But thanks to all the fans for coming out and everybody for supporting this place, and just thanks everybody again.
Somewhere about mid-season, Knoxville Nationals time, you hopped in this seat when it came open to you, man, and it's been pretty impressive to see how you and Kevin have gelled in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, not only is he a really good crew chief, I mean, he's a great driver, and he's also really good at helping me with just, you know, little tricks of the driving trade, and you know, the one thing about this sport, you can never stop learning, I feel, and try to get better in certain areas, whatever you're lacking. Every driver has their area they're lacking. He kind of just helps me, you know, not even pick apart, just kind of helps me if I have a question to figure out a weakness that I have, or so on and so forth. But it's been great. I like the whole team. The demeanor's really good. Kevin always has a good spirit, even if I mess up. So it's really enjoy driving this car, and hopefully I get to do it again some more.
Well, welcome to the Midwest, and you are a welcome addition to the field as well. Best of luck to you the rest of the season. Very impressive this weekend.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Sanders rounding out the podium.
One thing I will take away from this, I never feel like, I know this track's different, but like I'm ever good off the curve sometimes. Like actually your car, like I could feel like when I get rolling, I can actually almost like slot car.
Yeah.
Slot car. And usually I can't do that.
That's what I'm telling you. Like when you got rolling, it looks beautiful. Like I thought we were great. Like we're in good shape. A yellow or traffic. Traffic being easier.
The very first time I ever raced powder puff here, you see that like a hobby car. Bobo. I wish if Bobo would come out here, he would tell you about this. See that U-turn right here? I ramped that, trying to pass someone and destroyed a hobby car. No, I just destroyed the race car, but there's definitely a picture of me like this.
This place is not just me, it's everybody. It's really one of the roads, it's going to be a big part.
And I also, I
got a lot to say that night, my friend, but we go beer together, we're going to drive everybody's leaving us.
I didn't know when to let her off, and I flew off of 3.
Again, it's not goodbye. Next time.